It's like, you know, like everything's rattling. It's an RV. You know, they're meant to like stay still. Where tour buses are real smooth, like humming, and like the suspension is so amazing.
Yeah.
But you know, beats a van. Our vans, we used to sleep sitting up. Like on all the tours, we had no driver, no tour manager. I did all that and play. Plus, we did our own backline, and then plus I would drive, and we had no bunks or anything because we're in a van, an 1986 van. So we would just sleep sitting up, and then I'd wake up when the light hit me because it'd be 7 in the morning. Okay, we got to drive, and then we'd just go, and we would stay on the sides of highways. It was just, and making $25 a night. We got paid $50 a night. Our booking agent would take half, so as a deposit. So we'd make $25 a night. But nobody sees that side, you know. Yeah. So we're happy to have the RV now. Actually, yeah, we're styling.
And then more about the early days of Into Eternity.
Yep.
Before the Scattering of Ashes blew your identity.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of got us to, even though we're nowhere where I want the band and where I see the band, and this band will never stop. Like, we're not going to be like some bands that just release a few albums. Like, we are not stopping. Unless I die on this tour. Hey Stu, you hear that?
What's that?
If I die on this tour... Yeah. I still want you to continue the band without me. I don't care. Get Michael Romeo, or if not, Jeff Loomis. If Jeff Loomis is with Nevermore, like if Warrell Dane's doing a solo project, take Jeff Loomis because he has hair. He has hair. So yeah, so our band will never stop. That's the moral of the story.
Also, live, you become quite well known as a performer.
Yeah, we're both performing too, of course. Like. I was talking with Michael Romeo too, Symphony X, super cool guy who I looked up to actually when our band was going. When we did our Bird in Oblivion album, I was thinking we were always listening to the Odyssey because that came out in 2002. So we kind of caught their style. So I already apologized to them for stealing their shit. But yeah, I talked to Michael about that. It's like you can stand there still and not do anything and play the riffs, which we do at rehearsal. We don't move. But I think live you should try and put on a show, you know, and Stu's like rubbing my head and like going crazy trying to get the fans going, and we're looking over at Justin saying, you know, you're playing it wrong, you know, and try and have a bit of a show to go with it, but still play the licks. So if we're a bit sloppy live, I can understand, we probably are. But, you know, if you want us to stand there, we could do that too, but I think it's cool to have a show. You know, even though tonight we're right up against the stage, we have about like 12 inches from the end of the kick drum to the stage, so we're still gonna hook in front of the kick drum and still try and get over because we have wireless units, and we're still gonna try and move regardless.
Speaking of the Buried album, in the liner notes of that album, you're quite the thin dude.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, we did that album in 2003, I guess. Yeah, when we did that, and then years went on, and a lot of problems I had at home and deaths and whatnot, and so then after my dad died like 3 months ago, I went and I bought a $250 weight bench, and I put it in the RV, and then I bought dumbbells. So now we're trying to do like full body exercises every day, because I used to lift weights all the time. I just, you know, and now of course I'm 33 and your metabolism's slow, so now we're lifting weights every day on this tour as well. And tonight's going to be the cardio, and then when we stop at a KOA, we're going to be lifting again. So that's our new thing now, and the whole band's into it. Like, get like chicken breast at meals, and you know, no chips and crap. You know, so we're trying to change the whole attitude of the band. Yeah, this just happened since January, so it's been only 3 months. So I think within a year. I've been reading about these books, how your body regenerates every year, all your muscles and tissues. So when you change within like the course of a year, you can be a completely new person. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
Now, actually, you have had a very rough year in terms of your family and friends.
Yeah. Horrible year.
Two best friends.
Yeah, two, and they weren't just like friends, like acquaintances. Like these were really like my best friends. Like. So, Yeah, so for that to happen to both of them when one was 33 and one was 36, it's just like... And the doctor said the fact that two brothers could die within 8 months of each other is like, he said 1 in 300 million of a chance that this could happen. Because it's absolutely insane. And then, yeah, so they both died, of course, and then boom, sure enough, my dad came up to me and said, I got tested, now I have cancer too, and they're giving me like 3 months. Which I was like blown away, of course. And then it turns out he didn't. Like, he went to I drove him to the hospital on a Tuesday, and I said, I'll see you Thursday, we're gonna go for supper, have a meal, and then he died on Saturday. So he died within a week of being there. Yeah, it's insane.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear all this.
But it just pumped me up. Like, I just realized I know what I'm gonna do now. Like, I have no family, I have one brother left. So I'm gonna push the band and tour, and then we did the album, of course, because I had so much, like, I had nothing. We toured, and most bands talk about touring. We tour, man. Last year, 200 days on the road, and the minute we got off in October at the end of that Ed Guy tour, the label's like, okay, now we have to get you have to get some material. We had no material, no lyrics, just a few riffs, and the material it wrote itself. It actually just... Like, literally every day a new riff came out of nowhere. I wasn't even writing it. It was just like flowing out. And we had the whole concept. We already had the concept about what we were going to do, The Incurable Tragedy. Stu came up with the title of the album because of Dave and Danny, who had died. And then it just so happens my dad died at the exact time we were writing the album. So it was like insane. Like, insane. So we did it, and we got the album out, and it's going to be mixed. And we're back on the road with Symphony X in April, and that's it. We're doing the whole year. So,
how would you recommend bands stay healthy on the road?
Well, usually we have a choice on the tour for food or buyouts. We usually will take the buyout because every promoter will want to give us pizza. So usually, if we're on a tour, we're going to be eating garbage food because you have no choice. So in any case, we'll take the buyout so we can buy our own food. And we bring protein powder on the road and we'll drink meal replacements. So no matter what, we don't have to choose that food if that's what we're left with. And if there is a choice, then we'll go for always like the grilled, lean meats and whatnot. All the chicken, pork, of course, that we love. Anything that's not fried is what we do. And on our rider, we have cottage cheese and diet sodas and water, so we have snacks that are healthy snacks too. Yeah, so that's what we're doing now. Yeah.
Perhaps pioneers of some new lifestyle, some new road lifestyle.
Yeah, possibly. We'll see.
The metal bands.
Oh, most musicians are pretty thin regardless, so they don't need my advice, I'll tell you that. Like, Stu looks good every day. It doesn't matter.
Thanks.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. You can see this body here.
Yeah.
This is from working out every day.
Yeah, every day?
Every day.
Site is online.
Okay.
He's friends with George, though.
Oh, nice.
Killer.
8-year relationship going on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's a great guy, man.
We dated actually for
It's your
for a
anniversary.
while.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
You guys, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Are you guys going to do anything special?
No, you know what? We're actually a pretty low-key couple.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Hey, you want to hear a funny story about that? Last night we got ripped up, and it's the first time we ever hang out with the crew of Symphony X, and actually Romeo was on here early in the day, and I got to meet him. Super nice guy, but Jason, the drummer, came on here. So we thought, well, let's go get some food and stuff. So we do. We walk down. We're in Quebec City. Stu's like, oh, cool. There's a pizza place over here.
So I go in there, and of course I ask the guy, yeah, I'm serving all night, whatever, it's going to take 8 minutes of pizza, all this stuff. And so I go out and tell all the guys, come on in, come on in. There's great pizza here, apparently, serving beer all night, which was super.
We bought 2 pitchers.
We did buy 2 pitchers. We were almost going to stay for a third.
I would have stayed.
Until I looked around and noticed that there were no women around us.
Yeah, and all the dudes were real
And the dudes
trim.
were really
Clean.
Overly clean.
Very clean cuts.
And they seemed to be sitting
Fashionable,
together.
too.
a lot.
Fashionable.
So I kind of whispered in everyone's ear, I think we're in a gay pizza joint.
And everyone was like, it's like slow motion.
Deers caught in a bunch of headlights, basically. They were shocked.
God, time you hang out with Symphony X and you're a bunch of dudes trying to be cool, and you know, that's just the way it goes. Yeah. That's funny. I told Jason you'll never forget meeting us now. Because how could you forget that? I remember those dudes. We were in an old dude bar.